Ladies and gentlemen, it's go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. He is Rocky Marciano. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall, one of the greatest heavyweight. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it. Smokin' Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. There's no one quite like Smokin' Joe.
Just take note. Look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Hiding out of the blue corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Let's do it. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Quick punch scores. Those counter punches have to hurt. Fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage. Going at it. Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? This is a really even matchup. Maybe be a walk in the park, but this is a really even matchup.
Made in heaven.
Rocky just got clipped. Look at him go, digging deep, just firing to the ribcage. Nice job blocking that right punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knock. And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter shot. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, so his offense gets stifled there by a clinch.
You cannot do it too often because the referee's going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. And wisely here, they're going to clinch and hold on to stop this offensive onslaught.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Oh my goodness, so that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Nice job getting that punch through. How about that time counter shot? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Why does he continue to hold? The referee can take a point here.
Has to hold on, getting hurt every time the punches land.
They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the...
They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What a punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Because they're so big.
And a wise move there to clinch.
Yeah, you got to clinch. What the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable. Keep doing unorthodox things. I don't mind that now and again, but don't make a habit of it.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. Good punch.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight...
Seconds are so precious at this stage of the game.
You can't do that too often because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you. You saw the referee watch, look, didn't say anything, just gestured to say, I've checked you. Now be careful because when he starts pulling, taking you out of your rhythm, it's going to get harder.
Nice job getting that punch through. We came here for a fight, and we've got a hugging contest.
I don't know.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Wise move to hold on here, but you can't do that too often.
You've got to save that in the back because if you ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life.
As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that. Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And a good decision here to hold on.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their place. You're making them feel uncomfortable.
Hey, sometimes the best thing you can do is to grab your opponent.
Sometimes you got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
Caught him. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
He's got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he'll try and muffle the offense there with another clinch.
What you've got to do is you're doing it to get an advantage. The comparison is probably football. Ballers will pretend to hit and roll around 6-7 times just to get the advantage with the referee, so he tells them off. In fight game, I've got to get you to the point where you're complaining, you're getting frustrated, you try and book me, you try and bite me, you try and do something out of character.
Better be careful, the referee may take a point if he keeps clinching.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Smart move to grab a hold of your opponent. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That punch landed. That counter shot lands. Can't land the jab there. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move, they're fast, they're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Smart move to clinch there, but the referee's only going to let you do that so often.
You've got to save that in the back, because if you're ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life. You've got to hold on, clear your head, step off again, push them.
It may not be pretty, but sometimes clinching is effective.
Yeah, you've got to clinch. But the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable.
Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum.
Sometimes you've got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
Everyone getting tired of seeing these two fighters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Smart move there. When you're in trouble, just hold on.
Have to hold on, getting hurt every time the punches.
Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they...
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Johnny, I thought they were supposed to hit each other, not hold each other.
You can't do that too often, because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you. You saw the referee watch, look, didn't say anything, just gestured to say, I've checked you. Now, be careful, because when he starts pulling, taking you out of your rhythm, it's going to get harder.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Can't land that jab.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other.
So once again, they'll clinch, and one of these fighters has got to take the lead here.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to. But there's a fashion of clinch as well. You can be a dirty clincher. Pull them, pull the arm out the shoulder, lean on them, but do it on the blind side of the referee, so he doesn't know.
Perfect punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you've got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Nice counter. Smart move there to buy some time.
What you've got to do is you're doing it to get an advantage. The comparison is probably football. Ballers will pretend to hit and roll around 6 or 7 times just to get the advantage with the referee, so he tells them off. In fight game, I've got to get you to the point where you're complaining, you're getting frustrated, you try and book me, you try and bite me, you try and do something.
This could be the end. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes... Well, it's a smart move to clinch, but you can't do that too often.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to. But there's a fashion of clinch as well. You can be a dirty clincher. Pull them, pull the arm.
And he'll hug him again, but you can't. The referee says enough is enough, and this time he's going to deduct a point.
About time, ref.
This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
This fight is so close. It's now down to the training. How fit they are.
And there's the bell to start the round. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down?
Todd, have you ever heard the saying, the true power is behind the throne? It's the cornermen, it's what they say to their fighters, how they pump their fighters up. The true power is behind the throne. The fighters are the ones that have got to put it into action.
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Misses with the jab. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And once again, he gets clinched.
You've got to save that in the back because if you're ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life. You've got to hold on, clear your head, step up again, push them, hold them, lean them down. So when you're going to use those clinches,
And he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off.
Yeah, you got to clinch. But the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter. How many more times is the referee going to let these fighters clinch each other without taking a pretty dominant round there? Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? A wise veteran move there to clinch.
It tells me so much when a fight is holding on. It means they've been hurt, it means they're tired, or it means they don't know what to do.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power. You can't do that too often or the referee is going to take a point. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy. They're so close, so...
The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? Thought for a second of getting out of trouble, but now he's right back in the phone booth.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Rocky Marciano, a true Hall of Famer, never lost a fight in his professional career, and he's taking on an underdog, an unknown.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. That counter shot lands. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Rocky Marciano, few have been better. One of the greatest of all time.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to...
And what a shock. Another clinch.
Sometimes you got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight.
And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way. And they got caught! Maybe not as hurt as we thought, but he can't continue to take those punches. What is he doing in there?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
The defense failed them. It looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back.
This may do it. It's all coming to an end. Looks like trouble was averted, and he will hold here. And good thing he did because he was getting beaten up.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition or a fight.
No rest for the weary. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Wise move here to try and slow the momentum down here by grabbing on.
Now, sometimes style makes fight.
How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
And there's the bell to start the round. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last rounds. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Continues to touch him up. Well done with that counter shot. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Now you've got...
And you can see he does not like being grabbed onto.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good punch.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Jab does not score. It's bombs away. So much firepower here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Marciano fighting. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call champion.
And a good decision here to clinch.
Well, sometimes style makes fight, but this one, the styles just seem to be clashing.
He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through.
And that's the right decision here. Veteran move to grab on, but as you know, you can't do it too often.
You can't do that too often because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you. You saw the referee watch, look, didn't say anything, just gestured to say, I've checked you. Now,
can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? When you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
This fighter continues to show how much heart he's got, but the corner may have to intervene here.
What now is a...
Why weren't they covering up? How is he on his feet? This doesn't make sense.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Why weren't they more cautious? What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali. His fights against George Foreman. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? At some point, the referee's going to have no option but to penalize you.
You cannot do it too often because the referee's going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That hook doesn't score. That punch is beginning to take its toll. There's a scoring blow. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Every time he throws a smart move there, when you're in trouble, just hold on.
Yeah, you got to clinch. But the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about it.
Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? defense. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So he's back up, but at some point, Johnny, he's got to live to fight another day, doesn't he?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot.
And he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace.
It may not be pretty, but sometimes clinching is effective.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition.
What a massive upset this would be. Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Got caught sleeping on the job. So what do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
Final 10 seconds here in the corner. The referee says enough is enough, and this time he's going to deduct a point.
Finally, a referee that knows how to do his job right.
Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.